well, I'm going to get off to the bank then, Sally.
Right.
Hey, you made Blanche's day there, you know. It's not very often she gets somebody's undivided attention.
I didn't spend too long with her today, only I just...
Oh, no, of course not. No, I mean, folk like Blanche coming here for a chat as much as anything else, you know. The longer they stay, the more money they spend. But you...
A bit early. It should be 11.
No, Blanche, no, I've got Mrs. Benedict at 11.
Well, you should have me and all. I made the appointment last week.
Who did you speak to?
You. Or somebody that were your spitting image.
Maxine, Mrs. Benedict?
Yeah, she's the one that rang this morning.
So why have you put her in instead of me?
I haven't put her instead of you. There was nobody booked down.
So have you got me some other time?
No.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Blanche, I'm sorry, you must have made a mistake.
I must have. And why not you?
Well, there was nobody down for 11.
I know that. What I'm saying is there should have been, and it should have been me. Oh, never mind. I'll go somewhere else.
Oh, she'll have got mixed up. She'll have probably gone somewhere else to make her appointment in the first place.
Oh, it's me again. That's what I was saying. My mind's going.
Oh, Blanche, let me get you a drink.
Go on, then. Vodka and tonic. Only don't look at me hair.
No?
I should have had it done this morning. Only silly Audrey Roberts has gone and messed up her appointments. She doesn't even seem to know what day it is.
Oh dear. And she's got that family of hers on her hands all this week, hasn't she?
Oh, I wouldn't like to see the mess there, then. I'd say she's hardly up to looking after herself.
No.
Yes, love.
Oh, vodka and tonic, Shelley, please.
Oh, Blanche, guess who's living with a hero?
I can think of some people you'd have to be a hero to live with.
No, me. Peter, yesterday. Saved a woman from 2 muckers.
Oh.
Hiya. Hello.
Sit down.
Oh,
Right, please, Shell.
Oh, now, we were talking about you saving some woman from a gang of thugs.
No, it weren't a gang.
I never said it was a gang.
Yeah, it'd be better if you didn't say anything, love.
But I want to.
Haven't they recorded it on one of them high-up cameras, and we'll all be able to see it?
Yeah, well, I doubt that.
Anyway, it sounds like you were the good Samaritan when one were needed, and I admire that.
Well, thank you, Archie.
I've got a nasty feeling that...
What?
I don't believe this. I've got another one.
Another what?
Speeding ticket.
That's the second one in a week.
You want to watch you don't lose your licence?
Yes, well, I'm well aware of that, Blanche. The thing is, I haven't actually been speeding. I've never broken the speed limit in my life.
All right, there's no need to bite my head off.
Are you sure it's not just a reminder for that one you got the other day?
Different day, different time, different place.
Well, then it's a mistake. It's got to be.
Yeah, well, you're dead right, it's a mistake. Well, I'm not paying this one. You can ban me.
I can't get my head...
Now, listen to me. I am an extremely careful driver. Now, is there someone who can investigate this for me? I've had 2 tickets in less than a week.
Go on, Ken, you tell him.
Doesn't he speak lovely when he's angry?
Well, no, if that's all he can do about it. Goodbye. Great. They make a mistake. I have to go to court.
Surely not.
Yep. They will not discuss individual cases.
But that's scandalous.
Absolutely. And I'm going to make sure it's well publicised. I mean, how many more innocent motorists are there out there being victimised like this?
You know, Ken, if you have put your foot down in a built-up area once or twice, you can tell us. We won't hold it against you.
No, it might make you more exciting in my eyes.
Right, so you two think I'm guilty as well?
Well, I can't see them making the same mistake twice.
Yeah, well, that's what they want you to think.
Yeah, but they photograph the car, Ken. That's how they get the registration number.
Maybe there's 2 cars on the road with the same registration as Ken's.
No.
Oh, it was definitely your car they caught speeding, Ken. It just wasn't you behind the wheel.
So who was it?
Is it all right if I...
I can't eat.
Oh, you didn't eat your tea last night either.
You're still upset, aren't you, about Sarah?
I feel so guilty.
Ken, you have got nothing to feel guilty for.
Well, that wasn't what you said the other day when you wanted me to report it.
Yeah, but you didn't know this was going to happen. You're just as much a victim in all this as...
Who? Sarah? I don't think so.
Look, that lad has been making your life hell for months. Now he's going to get what's coming to him.
Gail was so furious when I saw her.
Well, she was in a terrible state. I mean, look at how we were that time Tracy was in hospital. I mean, you see your child hooked up to all these machines, tubes coming out their mouth, and, well, they just lie there with their eyes shut. No parent should have to see that.
Maybe I should go to the hospital again, see how Sarah is.
Give them space.
Deirdre's right.
I just feel so useless.
Excuse me, are you Maria?
Yeah?
I've got a message for you.
Message? Who from?
From me. Stay away from my boyfriend! You lousy cow! He's my boyfriend!
What's going on? Keep her away from me!
Right, that's enough! I haven't even started yet.
Oh, yes, you started and you finished, lady. Are you mad? I don't even know your boyfriend.
You were in Venice last night, weren't you?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you were seen snogging my boyfriend.
What, Chris, he's your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
We're gonna get married.
Well, he didn't act like he was getting married last night.
Oh, Kate, right, you stinky piece now! Get out before I chuck you out!
We're gonna get married. What? I didn't know he was a boyfriend.
I don't suppose you thought to ask, did you? Now get in the back and sort yourself out.
Great flush.
Why you fit?
I feel much better.
Oh, good. Look, I'll come over later.
And send her our love.
I will.
I don't believe it. Critchley!
Richard!
I'm gonna get you, Critchley! Get off me! I warned you. I told you. I told you if you harmed her, I'd put you in hospital. I warned you and you didn't listen. It wasn't me! Liar! I warned you. You didn't listen, did you? I'm gonna kill you.
Richard, no! Please!
You're not getting away with it!
Let's let the police deal with it! I don't want you getting in trouble because of him, he's not worth
I'm
it!
still in hospital!
Richard, no! Please! Let's just get to the hospital.
Get out of the way.
Get off me!
You don't care. You really don't care. You really don't
Leave
care.
me alone.
I'll leave you alone. We're not finished with you.
No, stop!
My
Stop! It's not worth it!
My daughter's fighting for her life.
No!
Because
No!
of you.
No! No!
My baby! Yes.
Stop!
I hate
It's
it.
enough!
I
It's
hate
all right.
it.
It's all right. It's all right.
He's asleep.
Well, that's the good news. The bad news is that the police might want to interview some of their friends at school. Yeah, well, there's the off chance that someone might know what Aidan's been up to. Yeah, I know, there's no proof as yet, but... anyway, I just thought I'd better give you the warning. Right. Absolutely, yeah. Right, I'll speak to you on Monday then. Bye.
So what did Miss Johnson have to say?
Well, she's delighted that Sarah's on the mend, but wary about pinning the blame on Critchley.
Well, who does she think did it?
No, she's just saying that there's no proof as yet, which there isn't.
She's got to play it by the book. She can't just go flinging allegations around.
They never had a book in my day. A thug like him would have been birched.
Yeah, well, we've moved on since then.
And more's the pity. You know, Ken, much as I sympathise, you've only got yourself to blame in a way.
Well, how do you make that out?
It were your generation that did away with discipline in schools and brought in all this equality business.
Oh, don't let's get into that one, Blanche, please.
Well, you're paying for it now. If you would have given him a clip round the ear 6 months ago...
I'd have got the sack.
Yes, but if you could have given him one, it wouldn't have got this far.
Mother, I'm not sure this is helping.
Gail Platt had the right idea yesterday. Oh, she didn't half give him a walloping.
Gail Hillman.
Well, whatever she calls herself. She might get remarried every 5 seconds, but she's not lost her grip in that department.
Yes, well, it's lucky for her that Richard pulled her off, if you ask me, even if I do sympathise with her feelings.
Well, I wouldn't have stopped her if I were in his shoes. The man must be a saint.
So, you've not put anything in writing yet, then?
No, not yet.
Well, I reckon Miss Johnson's right. You shouldn't rush into anything. You're too upset to think clearly.
I'm thinking perfectly clearly.
No, you're not. Why should you sacrifice your career for a waster like him? I mean, you love teaching and you're good at it.
Good teachers don't hit their pupils.
Oh, no. He's not on his soapbox again, is he? Hey, it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Ken's just hit that Critchley boy.
You what? After all you were saying the other day? What happened to it being immoral to use violence on a child? Your principles didn't last long, did they?
I'm going for a walk.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm pleased you took my advice. It's just a pity you didn't do it months ago.
Mother!
What?
Deirdre, now, come on. You tell that man of yours we all think he's wonderful.
Oh, right. I will when I see him. Take your words got out then.
Afraid so.
I never thought that Ken paid any attention to what I said. But no sooner do I suggest giving that Critchley lad a clip round the ear than he does.
Oh, surely not. Can't imagine Ken hitting a pupil.
Oh, he did. Mind you, it was more than just a clout round the ear from what I hear. Yes, all right. But remember what he did to our Sarah?
I've never understood why they banned the cane myself. I mean, it's ridiculous. These days, you can't even give your own child a tap on the backside without the social services threatening to take 'em off you. Never did our Deirdre any harm. The old ways were the best.
Well, I don't agree. And I'm surprised at Ken. I thought he was against all that.
I must say, so am I.
Well, you see, that's what comes after going back into such a stressful job so late on in life. He probably thought he could cope, but it all got too much for him.
Excuse me, but it had nothing to do with Ken's age. And I think he coped remarkably well, considering what that little devil's put him through this last few months.
Here, here.
Yes, and just get your facts straight before you start shouting off. Did you know, for instance, that little so-and-so was bragging to Ken that he was going to get off?
Oh, well, when you explain it like that, it's not surprising that Ken lost his temper.
And don't think he's proud of what he's done, because he's not. He's only gone and resigned, hasn't he?
He's never.
Oh, that's terrible.
It does seem rather unfair that he should lose his job in these circumstances.
Well, why don't you go and tell Ken that, instead of gossiping about him behind his back? Oh, what is it? What's happened?
I'm looking for Kenneth Barlow.
Well, he's not here at the moment. He's gone to... Oh.
Kenneth Barlow?
Yes?
D.S. Hayton. I'd like you to come down to the police station for questioning.
What about?
There's a complaint being made against you for assault, occasioning actual bodily harm.
Well, that little toe rag.
All right, love. Leave it.
Well, what is it? What's going on?
The Critchley lad's only made a complaint against Ken.
Would you like to come with us, sir?
That's ridiculous. It's him that wants locking up, not Ken.
Absolutely, and if you'd done your job properly in the first place and kept hold of that Aidan Critchley, none of this would have happened.
I'm coming with you.
No. I'd rather go on my own.
I hope you told the police how you were pushed into it.
Well, I didn't go into detail.
You should have done.
They were concerned with what happened, not why.
Maybe if they knew the full story, they wouldn't have been so quick to press charges.
Just 5 minutes with this Aidan. That's all I'd need. I'd give him actual bodily harm.
Wouldn't we all?
No, the truth of it is you wouldn't. Civilized adults don't.
Neither did they do what he did to Sarah Platt. I know, technically he's still a child, but he's old enough to steal a car, and that makes him an adult in my book.
Well, unfortunately, not in the eyes of the law.
When I see that smug little face in that court, hold me back, or I'll do what his mother should have done years ago.
Well, he won't be there, Blanche. Neither will you, for that matter.
Nay, of course I will.
It's only an initial hearing. I just confirm my name and address and how I'm going to plead.
Which is?
I have to plead guilty.
You can't.
Ken.
I'm pleading guilty because that's exactly what I am.
Sounds to me as if you're giving up before you've even got going.
Look, I'm about to be exposed as the man who hit a child. I won't be exposed as a liar as well.
Blanche, have you no recollection as to the petition you signed against Dev's plans for the arcade?
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Well then, why abandon principle for the sake of convenience?
For the sake of convenience?
This is astonishing.
And not from where I'm stood. I suppose you've heard that Ken's in danger of being slung in jail?
I heard he'd been arrested, yes.
Well then, if you want to make a protest about something, go and chain yourself to the bars of Weatherfield Comp. Never mind a few slot machines. And stop trying to do my daughter out of a job.
We have to look beyond the concerns of the individual to the good of the community as a whole.
That begins at home. So if you'll excuse me, I'm looking after me own.
Okay.
Oh, I've got you a Cumberland ring from Elliot's. He can't go to court on a slice of toast. I've told that Roy Cropper to get his priorities straight, parading in the street when there's a real injustice going on under his nose.
Well, that's an optimistic way of putting it, Blanche.
Well, I'm an optimistic person, and I've reason to be. You're a good man.
I can only hope the courts agree.
It's for you to convince them. So long, Ken. You give 'em hell.
Close the door, Mother.
Ken, just wanted to say all the best from Sarah as well as me and Richard.
Well, nothing will be decided today.
No, but anyway, it shouldn't be you that has to go up in front of court.
Thanks, Gail.
Fred's filled me in. You know, we should have had a minibus. Give those magistrates something to bang their hammers about.
Yeah, well, it's the thought that counts.
I'll see you later, Ken.
I can hook you up with a good brief that's got me out of a few scrapes in the past.
It's a bit late for that today.
Yeah, but there may be a time when you're going to need the heavy artillery, so give us a shout, eh?
Thanks, Mike.
Good luck.
We didn't give up without a fight. It took 2 of them to arrest him. Big, burly fellas.
Oh, I heard it was all very low-key.
Who saw it with their own eyes?
Yeah, well, good old Ken. He should get one of them OBEs for services to the community.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, wiping the handles of trolleys when it's been raining, that's what I call community-spirited.
What are you saying? That he should have let this lout taunt him?
Frustration hands us the gun. It's down to our self-control whether or not we pull the trigger.
Ooh, where did you learn that? Post Office Academy?
There are several ways of diffusing a tense situation. A reasoned argument, for one.
Oh, it's tried and tested, this. I mean, how many teenagers have you brought up?
He's never done anything. Hiding behind his sweet counter, pontificating.
Excuse me, but I had a full and varied career long before I agreed to help Mrs. Sullivan.
Don't give over. You were born with a toffee hammer in your hand. That must be why your mother turned you out half-baked.
Oh, Johan, I reckon you'd be singing a different tune if it was one of your lads he'd come round and taken a swing at.
Well, he can come round mine any time. I'll hold his coat for him.